Hey, so it's the 4th of December as I record this, and it's probably going to be the first video that goes live after all my makeup videos and I turn up like this looking like a total mess. But that's fine because I just crawled out of bed pretty much. It's the middle of the day, but in my defense, last night I was editing the first makeup video where I come home from the lesson that I had, which feels like ages ago. I was editing that last night and I was kind of sad because it does have Hope in it, and so after I finished editing that at like 1 in the morning, I accidentally watched bits of other videos that I filmed of him and was just like, oh, poor baby, my poor baby. I didn't go to bed until about 2:20 in the morning, and then I woke up around 6:15 in the morning because there was some strange noise. So I got less than 4 hours of sleep. And I couldn't get back to sleep. So I got out of bed at 7:15. So I've already had breakfast. And it's just that I kind of crashed around 9 a.m. and then did some more snoozing. And yeah, now it's the middle of the day and I'm just like, yep, still in my pajamas. But my gosh, I've forgotten how noisy this room is. Like it's nicer for setting up backgrounds and getting the lighting and all that. But yeah, all the cars, it's kind of distracting. But we'll deal with it. Yeah, because my room's a bit crowded. No, I wanted to talk about yesterday and some other things. So yesterday I finally got a proper silver chain for Hope. Like how much can you see of that? Maybe I should edit in a close-up. Ta-da! So thank you for your service, little ribbon. You're not needed anymore. It was like these bits were fraying a bit. I couldn't be bothered to deal with it properly, and it's a pretty cheap ribbon. It's just what I had lying around. So yeah, it was starting to get a little bit scratchy on my neck. So yeah, definitely the first opportunity I had to get a proper chain for it, I took. So thank you, ribbon. Don't need you anymore. It is a proper sterling silver chain as well, so I didn't go cheap. I went for like something decent and something nice and strong. Got a little pouch to keep it in. So what I was doing previously is at night when I was sort of saying goodnight to his box of ashes, I would get it on the ribbon and like drape the ribbon around the box. And that's how I was keeping it together. But now that I've got a proper pouch for it, I'm putting it in there and keeping it next to my bed. And, I know it's safer in there. And because it's sterling silver tarnishes. So I'm trying to look after things properly. And that's nice. And then like in terms of the chain that I chose, it's got to hang around the heart area. The first one that the lady showed us was a little bit longer. But the way that it was cut, the way that you cut the metal changes the way it looks, and so that one, the light was really reflective off it and it just looked way too shiny next to this. I didn't really want the chain to be the focus, if you know what I mean, because like this is quite a simple design, so I wanted a chain that kind of matches and doesn't draw too much attention away from this. The next thing that I think about is I've got a lot of cheap gothic jewelry. Some of it's not that cheap. I did get a few decent things. I've got at least one decent thing. Not sure about. I do have a few decent things. I sort of think about if I'm going to wear more of that stuff, maybe I should change some of the chains on that. Not fancy chains for that, but just get chains of different lengths. I think there used to be a guy at the market who sold a whole bunch of them. I should go and see if he's still there, but that was a long time ago. But yeah, just get some different lengths that it doesn't clash with this. But at other times I would just put it under my shirt, and so that wouldn't be an issue. So maybe not an urgent concern. But yeah, I'm glad that I did that, and now it feels nicer, a lot nicer to wear, nicer on my neck. And I like the way this has a decent weight to it, but also as it moves you can sort of feel the clicking because of the way that these chain links are. So yay, I've got that all sorted. Bought that yesterday with Mum, and cool. But so speaking of makeup and buying things, the poor Hopi, we said goodbye to him literally the day before Black Friday, and after watching those 7 videos that I posted of me doing my hair black and experimenting with the makeup and all that jazz, you could see that I was already a little bit off the rails. But once, the grief and the emotions of losing Hope really kicked in, I had a very good excuse to just spend a lot of money and go crazy on the retail therapy. And yeah, retail therapy has turned out to be one of those things that actually works for me, whereas like standard therapies like, you know, CBT, ACT, DBT, schema therapy, all the things that I've tried and the medication that I react badly to, like none of that has ever really helped me. And so it's kind of terrifying to find that retail therapy does help. Not exactly the most sustainable thing, but in my defense, like as I said previously in Hope's video, like about what happened to him, I had been saving a lot of money for his medical emergencies, and I'd also been saving money for Japan. And so I was like, well, now it's time for intense self-care. So I let myself do the whole Black Friday thing, and then it kind of didn't exactly stop from there. All right, sorry, Dad just got home and it was a bit distracting, so I had to tell him, hey, can you keep doors closed? I'm filming, blah, blah, blah. So I think we're good now. I'm trying to get better at filming while people are home. But yeah, what was I saying about the Black Friday and all that? Yeah, no, I was feeling really sad. Just like there were a few nights after that where I would try to go and brush my teeth and just start crying instead, and it would take me a long time to get to bed. And like, you know, he was part of my bedtime routine, and it's taken a while to adjust to not having him there. And there's so many little things that I keep noticing. My brain still woofs when people come home because that's what I'm expecting, and I used to also woof to alert him. There's so much stuff like that. So yeah, I was pretty sad. And like the crying, and sometimes the crying would just come out of nowhere. Like it would catch me off guard, which I don't know how that works. Maybe it's because I am detached from my emotions so much, or maybe it's just from being distracted and it's still under the surface of things. I don't know. But yeah, so I was pretty damn sad. And then Black Friday happened, and then taking into account that I had been saving so much money to look after him, and then also the Japan trip that got cancelled. So when Black Friday came along, you know, like retail therapy really is the only thing that has worked for me. I can't remember if I've already said that in this video because that interrupted, but yeah, you know, like all the standard therapies that I've tried for my mental health just haven't worked. So, but yeah, retail therapy, when I, you know, in my really big depression, like the double depression, where, you know, major depressive disorder and dysthymia at the same time. With that, like that kind of ended in part because I went to Japan, so I got myself out of my regular everyday situation, and then I did the retail therapy thing, finding all the gothic clothes before I had any trust in online shopping. And when I came home, I was feeling a lot better, and I thought that was in part because I thought I had a music project to come home to, but also I had just been on like a hunt and I had found all this cool stuff and like came home and I'm like, oh my god, this mountain of clothes that are really cool. It actually did boost my mood, and I've sort of found that again, it's been, I don't know that it's the healthiest coping strategy, but it's helped me get through to like, you know, it's been about a week and a half and I'm still here, and I had been worried that like once he passed, what reason do I have to live? And I mentioned also, like, you know, before all this happened and I had been off the rails and I had been like trying new things, and that a dress for the life that you want. Okay, so fair enough, dress for the life you want, but other things that I've been thinking about is like more sensory stuff to try and get me out of my head and into the world. And so, you know, some of my purchases had to do with that. And also just the act of retail therapy, like you were buying things, and I've tended to like, I don't know, there was a period of time where I was like, well, these things aren't actually making me happy or anything. But I don't know, maybe that's that phase of my life, and then I've gone through the thing of trying to understand the world better, and nothing in the world has really helped, and like having experiences and memories doesn't really do it for me. And so when I'm doing the retail therapy, it's like I am buying physical things in the world. So that means I kind of have to stay alive, because what's the point of buying all this stuff? Like there is something, I guess the dopamine hit of buying stuff, and then you've got to have the stuff, and like it's a very worldly thing. And my problem is I'm too stuck in my head. I need more of that worldly stuff. Now some of it is to do with sensory things, and I'll show you eventually when I get up to that. But yeah, also like with the makeup thing, that is about your appearance in the physical world. And I think I spend too much time in my head, like, you know, like, and on the internet, unless you're on video like this, no one can see you, and you know, it's easy to forget about your physical body. And so I think some of the makeup thing might be about trying to remind myself that I have a physical body, that there is a world outside to go into. So I think it's more complicated than just dress for the life that you want. There seem to be some other things that are kind of helping me with the idea of just existing in this world that feels really pointless. It's hard to get my head around. So maybe as the idea evolves, I'll become more coherent about it. But that's a lot of waffle to tell you that I already spent more at Mecca and have already reached level 2 of their loyalty program. So in that first video, which I edited last night, and you've probably seen for about a week, that first video where I had the lesson was $150, but you can spend it on products in store. And then I spent another 160-ish on top of that. So I spent $300 on my very first day, which got me into level 1 of Mecca's Beauty Loop loyalty program. All right. And then since then, I've managed to spend another $300 and get into level 2. I got into level 2 yesterday. This didn't happen all at once. It's just like, I think makeup, learning about it's been kind of addictive. Because there's just so much that goes into it, and then I learn more and more, and like, you know, if you have this specific problem, how do you fix it, and then how do you clean this stuff off? By now you will have seen my initial attempts to clean off foundation and how just like nuts that was. So I'm learning about that and learning about skincare and learning about chemistry as well, because when I put the lip balm on top of the lip stain, I think the lip balm probably has oils in it. Like when I was looking at it, I don't really know what all the ingredients are, but I'm pretty sure I saw some oils in that, and that probably might have dissolved some of the lip stain, and so maybe that wasn't the best thing to put over the top, and maybe that's why it didn't stay as long after that. So like the chemistry of like the oil and the way that it dissolves makeup, the science part of my brain, like I did do chemistry in the HSC, so the science part of my brain. I did chemistry because at a high school level, it has the best experiments. Physics has the best experiments in all of science, but not at a high school level. That's a university level. And I'm like, I don't want to do physics at uni. So I did chemistry in high school because mixing stuff, setting things on fire, all that. Yeah, that's, you see how that's me in both the nerdy sense and the more destructive sense. But yeah, no, the chemistry of makeup is actually quite fascinating, and how far it's come. I think maybe when I was younger, it was like fairly simple. Like even 10 years ago, one of the ladies who had been helping me in the stores, she mentioned like things weren't this advanced, and now there's so many things that do so much stuff and interact in particular ways. And it's just like, there's a lot more to this than I gave the makeup industry credit for. So I've been learning about that, like the nerd part of me. It's finding it fascinating, and I feel like an alien with my little magnifying glass, like one of those old school anthropologists who'd like join a tribe and try and learn about them from the inside, and that sort of like, I think it's frowned upon these days, but I feel like that in the makeup world, like looking at how all the chicks do all this stuff, and yeah, very much an alien, but like an alien involved in the culture. Anyway, so more waffle. Let me show you what I've been buying. So on Black Friday, I went out with, well, first I had lunch with mum, and there were those coincidences about like, you know, the table number being 4 at lunch and getting the mochi, and, you know, my dog's middle name, Hope Mochi Gray. Those coincidences. Okay, once mum left, then I met up with my friend, and we ended up going to Mecca, and that's where I met, like, the Mecca staff are great. And so one of the ladies that I met there, it turns out she was actually like, she specialized in emo kinds of stuff. And so we had a great chat talking to her, and I got some advice. But when my friend finally turned up, long story short, okay, Black Friday, they don't really do sales, which I like about Mecca. But they did have this thing where online, if you spend a certain amount of money, you get like this extra bonus thing for being a level 1 or 2 Beauty Loop member. And so I'm like, well, maybe I should order online so that I get this extra thing, because they didn't have that deal in store. But because I was so sad, I wanted to walk away with something. So what I ended up doing is I bought this stuff in store on Friday, and then I put in an extra order online so that I would get both something for the day to bring home and then something to get that extra bonus. So there's me also being a little bit Asian, coming through, trying to get the best deal, but, you know, also dealing with my emotions at the time. I need to come away with something. Okay, so as I mentioned previously, I didn't originally get the setting powder, but I was like, I probably need it. So I ended up buying it in a full-size one. And yeah, this is the one that I used in my lesson. So I was pretty confident, and I will make use of that and see how I go, trying to get things to like stay on my face, whether it solves the thing about the lines popping up. Although in my memory, those lines were like really prominent. When I remember it, it's like, oh my god, they were huge. But then when I look at pictures of myself, I'm like, actually they weren't that bad. So I don't know, but I will try this because especially like if I want to wear glasses, that part does get very melty. So yeah, play with setting powder, see how I go. And then though, because I was out with my friend and she likes bright shiny things, and yeah, Mecca doesn't do sales, but they do seasonal kind of gifty things. And so I ended up getting this. It's the House Party 25 shade eyeshadow palette, which like I have only really used black eyeshadow, and now I've got that brown stick one. But you know, if I'm gonna do gothic stuff, and sometimes like with the cyber goth stuff, there's also going to be different colors. And the other thing is just like, you know, my friend was like, it's so pretty. So I'll show you what that's like if you open it up. Oh my god, look at all those colors, and it has a little bit of a mirror there as well. Yeah, like I don't know if I'm actually gonna use all those colors, but at the very least, it's kind of cute to look at. And I don't know, we'll see what happens. I'm a bit shocked that I bought it. So that tells you like my emotional state. I'm like, yeah, fuck it, let's do it. I'm gonna go home with a colorful, shiny thing. Some of them are sparkly, and it's just like, I can't believe I own one of these. So I don't know if I've also been dissociating. I think I probably have. Like there's just like, my brain has been through a lot, and yeah, I don't know who I am anymore. So that's what I bought in store. And then also like, you know, cute little bag. And they also gave us like this little sample thing. I don't actually know what it is. I keep meaning to look it up, but yeah, cute little sample for free. So that was good, and it was helpful. It did give me a little bit of a lift, because that was the day after Hope passed, and I was just like, oh my god, I really needed that dopamine hit. So I got one thing that's useful, and then one thing that like, I don't know, like with the colored palette, it's kind of going to force me to try different things, because, you know, I mentioned like with the whole membership, they give you like different things throughout the year, like extra bonus things. And one of the things I like about that is it forces me to, you know, I'll have different things, and so I'll try different things. And the thing about makeup is it's not precious to me, so I won't be so hesitant to use it. Compared to like nice paints, I do have some nicer paints for my art set, but because like it's the nicest paint that I own, I haven't actually touched it yet. When I had my studio last year, I was using all the crappy student paints and trying to run out of that, and trying to get into a habit as well. So I'm like, I shouldn't use my nice, good paints until I can show that I've got enough of a painting habit that I deserve to use the good stuff, which of course has meant that I haven't ended up painting a lot. And I did buy some more cheap paint to try and get me back in the habit, but I just haven't got around to it yet. And so I never actually use it. Whereas with makeup, I'm like, it's just makeup. Yeah, some of it's more pricey, but I don't give a shit. Makeup isn't that important to me, so it's going to be easier to use it instead of feeling, ooh, I need to keep it for a special occasion. I'm like, no, it's all just the same shit, so I'm going to use it. So yeah, I'm kind of like, the more of this random stuff that I have, the more that I'll hopefully experiment. But anyway, so that's what I bought in store, gave myself that kind of, yeah, dopamine hit. And then I also ordered this, which arrived today, and I will open it at the end because that also has that extra bonus thing, and I don't actually know what it is. But before I get to that, so yesterday when I was out with mum buying this, because I've been like getting more interested in the makeup, it's actually got mum thinking about it. And so she decided that she wanted to find a nice lipstick that stays and doesn't stick to cups when you're drinking. And so, you know, I took her to the store, the Mecca store, and actually the lady who helped me on Black Friday was there again, and I remembered her name, and yeah, we grabbed her, and she was really helpful to find my mum some lipstick that she liked and like a shade that she liked. And then mum was trying it on, showing mum how the little stations work where you're allowed to try things on, but for like the liquid lipstick, they have a specific thing, like a disposable applicator, so you take the real one out and then you use that for hygiene reasons. And so yeah, mum found a lipstick that she liked. They didn't have it in that store, they had it downstairs in Maya, so we went to that afterwards and we could still use my points. But yeah, while mum was there, she's like, oh, also I want to do eye stuff. So she ended up coming away with 2 eyeshadow sticks and also a nice waterproof eyeliner pencil. And yeah, the lady at Mecca who was helping us did all mum's makeup, like showed her how to use it. And yeah, so I may have accidentally gotten my mum maybe not addicted like I seem to be now, but she got her interested. And then when we got home, I'm like, mum was asking me, how do you actually apply the liquid lipstick? Because it's different the way that it goes on. Like it's this little stick thing. It's not like the wind up ones. So I found a tutorial, and then I was looking up how to do eye makeup for her particular eye type and giving her some kind of tips, and then saying, hey mum, if you want to use my stuff, because I also have a darker brown of the eyeshadow stick, and then I've got all this other stuff if you want to try stuff. I've actually got I'm waiting for her to come home today because I think she was going to wear some to the gym and see how long it lasts. So I'm kind of like, I'm going to talk to her about that, because then again, I'm like, oh, the chemistry, if it doesn't last, here, try these products that I'm learning about. So yeah, getting a bit crazy there. But after you know, we did her whole thing and got her the extra products, I also asked about skincare and got myself some stuff. So I'll show you what that is, because yeah, trying to clean everything off with cotton balls and my eye makeup remover and like how much product I waste is just a lot. So the lady who was helping us, the first thing that she showed me is these disposable things. So sorry, not disposable, reusable things. My brain is clearly still too tired. But yeah, instead of using cotton balls, I can use these pad thingies. Originally she was just going to give me these, but I also wanted like a big square one because, you know, I want to be able to do my whole face, and I feel like these ones are going to get dirty real quick. I asked her how you clean them, and she's like, you just chuck them in the laundry. I guess it's got care and stuff on the back. So I'm just realizing I had this one upside down, but I don't know how well you can see these. It's got all the instructions and stuff. But yeah, so this will save a lot of cotton ball stuff, so yay for those. But of course, these on their own aren't enough, and so what do I use instead of like endless amounts of eye makeup remover? I actually found a YouTube tutorial about this and ended up getting this stuff. And so I'll put a link to the video that I watched somewhere. But basically what you do is, instead of like dabbing the stuff onto one of these or onto a cotton ball and then like wiping, no, what you do is you get a little bit of that stuff, you put it on your hands, you rub it all over your face, and it starts to melt the makeup. So this is what I'm saying about the chemistry, is this is oil based, and so the oils start to dissolve all your makeup, and then after you wait a few minutes, I would probably get the big towel and just like wipe it all off in one go. I don't know that I would be as skilled as the chick who was showing the tutorial, but you know, like it just looks so much more efficient than trying to go over like you know, like with a tiny cotton ball. So I'm gonna give that a go. But of course, being oil based, and I've had, you know, acne problems in the past, I want to look after my skin. So how do you clean off the oils? And I did have something in my wish list that I'd seen on the website, but I was like, I don't know if this is the right thing. So then yeah, the Mecca lady who was helping us, she actually got me this thing. So this is a cleanser that's not oil based, and it's supposed to smell like blueberry, and she showed me how you use it is you sort of get a little bit and you put some water with it, and it foams very slightly, like it's not a super foaming one. Put it on your face, feels really nice, and you do all that and then wash it off. I don't know how well you can see the instructions there, but yeah, so I'm gonna give these a go. And as you can see, they're really tiny. She got me the mini versions, and I like that Mecca don't try and like sell me the biggest thing. because like I don't know how my skin is even going to react to these yet. So why buy like the $80, $90 versions when you know, I can just get mini ones, see how I go, see if I like it. And then if I decide that that is definitely what I want to use, that's when I will buy the big tubs and make it more of a regular thing. But as for the process, so you know, I will still use my eye makeup remover, my little cotton balls to do the eye makeup, and I think I would take that off first probably, and then I would go over with this balm stuff, the oil-based stuff, and then once I've done that, I clean it off with this, which is the not oil-based one, clean it all off, and then I would do my moisturizing as usual. But wait, there's more, because she also gave us samples of this stuff. I'm not exactly sure what it is, but she said after using the little blueberry stuff and before doing the moisturizer, use this, and I don't know, it's supposed to make your skin better somehow. I guess I'll find out. That's what the samples are for. Yeah, so instead of trying to sell me like the big versions of stuff, I think it's more like, here, have some samples, and then maybe you'll buy a whole bunch more stuff, and God help me if I get to level 3 of Mecca's membership loyalty program, because that would be terrifying. Because like, you know, level 1 is $300, level 2 is $600, so I've spent, you know, it's only been you know, maybe 3 weeks, less than 3 weeks since I started this, and I'm already at level 2. That is terrifying, but I do have the like emotional trauma excuse, and yeah, just feeling really sad. But okay, that's not too bad. To get to level 3 though, you got to spend like $1,200. So if I end up spending that in a year, I mean, it could happen if I really get into this, but that will be terrifying, because at that stage, they give you like a free makeup application per year, which I wouldn't really need, but whatever. And they also start inviting you to their fancy events, and I'm just like, eh. So, you know, with the level 1, all of them get a birthday gift. Level 1, you get 4 little bonus things throughout the year. Level 2, you get 7, so that's almost double. Level 3, though, you get 8, so you only get 1 extra. So to me, there's not really that much reason to get to that stage. And then level 4, I think you get 9. But the things do get better and get nicer as you go up the levels. But then, like, the nicer stuff is probably too advanced for me, so I probably don't want to get too high up. But yeah, that is some stuff about that. Okay, we should just open the box instead of me rambling some more. But I've got the skincare side sorted, so hopefully I won't end up with like heaps of pimples and, you know, ruin my nice natural skin. So yay for that. I feel like I've finally got like kind of the full set of things that I need, the basics. All right, let's open up this box and see what I bought online, and also what the bonus thing was that I got for spending a certain amount online. I don't have a table here, so please excuse my awkwardness. It's cute. I do like the packaging. I mean, yesterday Mum and I didn't ask for a bag, but like, you know, this kind of bag, it's not my style, but it is cute to walk around the shopping center with one. Like, yeah, bitch, I'm one of those makeup chicks now, apparently. It is a bit wasteful though, but like with ordering this stuff, you can ask for plain packaging, or you can ask for like their usual packaging, and I guess that's what this is. I was like, because I was so emotional. It's like, why would I get the boring stuff? I thought about getting the boring stuff because maybe I can use it as art materials, but then, you know, I was messaging my friend afterwards going like, you know what? I need the self-care and I need to feel like I'm being taken care of, so fuck it. And fuck the sustainable option. I'm going to get the nice colorful stuff. So, let me get rid of some of the... I'm definitely going to keep these and flatten them out as well, because I'm a psycho like that. So yay, packaging materials, the type that I can actually reuse instead of the annoying peanut things. Yay. Whoop. Oh my god, cute. So everything that I ordered is in this box, and then this is like the extra bonus thing that I got for spending a certain amount of money. So we'll open the things that I actually ordered first. This is a really cute way to present it. Oh my gosh, I'm glad that I got it. So let's just take this off. It's a little birdie, oh my goodness. I think they're doing a collaboration with some kind of artist, which is why the art style is this particular way. But on the back, it also says to and from. So like if you were giving it as a gift, you could just use this. I could even use it just for anything. It doesn't have to be for Mecca, but I'm not doing Christmas presents for people this year because I need to look after myself, and I've just been through so much. And it's sort of like my Christmas present to all of you is that I'm still alive and I made it through this horrible year. Anyway, so this box looks really nice all around. Again, not my art style, but I appreciate that. Oh my god. I was not prepared for boobs. All right, again, I don't have a table, so this is really awkward. Even the tissue paper is fancy, and so we've got like some random sample chucked in there. Okay, so it's some kind of weird triple serum for anti-aging, which I think is not really necessary for me because people think I'm a lot younger than I am, and I should just tell people I'm a vampire at this point. Maybe if I put this on my face, I might actually start aging. So, but yeah, on the back it has some instructions. It looks like you fold them together and then put them all on at the same time. So like you fold it small, rip the thing open, and then put them all together, and then I don't know, does this go on your face? I really need to like look up these sample things online so that I make sure I don't use them the wrong way. They kind of scare me. I really should have gotten a table to be able to show you like what's going on here. But yeah, there's like little sticker here, little golden sticker. You know what, I'm not going to reuse this fancy printed tissue paper, so I should just rip it open. Hey, woo, woo, oh my god, and there's more. This sort of pattern. Ta-da! Okay, so the two most important things that I got. So these are different types of setting products because, you know, I did get that other one that I used at my lesson, but when I was talking to the lady, before my friend arrived about, you know, all the setting products, because I had seen that there was a setting spray and I'm like, what's that? How do you use it? And what she was saying is that depending on how long you want the makeup to last and looking fresh and all that, you can actually combine products. So, you know, she was saying you can spray this first and then use the setting powder, but then there's different kinds of setting powder, and so you can mix and match and see what works the best for you. Also, some people, instead of doing the sprays at the end, they might do like a spray after doing the foundation, or do the powder after the foundation and then do the rest of the face. And there's just like all these crazy combinations of stuff, so I need to experiment. But the difference between, like, you know, you might be wondering why I've got two different kinds of powder apart from the brand. So with this one, it's a compact kind of one, so like it's pressed into the thing and whatever. This one is a loose powder, so instead of it all being pressed into a thing, it's loose. So different style, and you know, this is also like in a nice little travel pack, I guess. It's a mini. Again, these are both mini versions rather than buying the full ones until I know that I like them, whereas this is a full size because I know that I've used it, I know what it's like. But yeah, so I'll try a few different things. This is a translucent setting powder. I think like they're all kind of like that though, because you don't want to have this, the color of the powder overpower the makeup that you spend so much time on. But yeah, I'm interested in the spray, and we'll just see how it goes. So now I've got like different ways to make the makeup stick to my face, but I think that'll be important because if I'm on stage under hot, sweaty lights, can you imagine? And like doing photo shoots can get a bit like that as well. So for like my actual performance stuff, which was the original idea behind a lot of this, and I think I've gotten a bit sidetracked with all the retail therapy, but like, you know, with that original idea, I do want to know how to make sure that it stays on my face and looks how I expect it to look through the whole thing. With that in mind also, that's why I've mainly focused on powders, because they're less likely to give you weird reflections. So I would use the setting spray and then do a powder on top to, like, you know, liquids are more likely to give you shine, and shine isn't necessarily good when you're doing photography with a flash, for example. So yeah, focusing more on the powders. I know like in real life some people like having that glossy look, but for my particular use, focusing on the matte things. Okay, but you're wondering what else is in here, and yes, I got their advent calendar. Oh my god. So on the back it tells you what's in it and it's got basically everything, and that's what I like about it. I was like, okay, I don't really give a crap about Christmas and advent calendars, but it has a little bit of everything, and I am in that stage where I'm still discovering makeup, and so if they just give me a whole bunch of random stuff, 12 different random things from different parts of the makeup process, that's one way that I'm going to learn, you know, instead of trying to find different products, which I've already been doing, but now they're going to show me different things and I'll discover more stuff, and so that fits sort of my goals with it. And also, like, you know, I've been so sad, so maybe in the lead up to Christmas this will give me something to cheer me up. Apparently they're all sold out. Like the moment it hit December, everyone's like, oh shit, it's Christmas, and suddenly they bought it, and I'm like, guys, you knew since November that December was coming up. So I got in really early, and yeah, they sold out in store. Maybe you can still get it online at the time of filming, but yeah. I just think that's really funny about people, because like when Mum and I went yesterday, and it was busy, we're sort of like, why? But the Black Friday sales aren't on anymore. But that kind of confirms to me that people don't think about Christmas during Black Friday. They just think about getting a deal, and then suddenly it's December and they're like, oh shit, I gotta buy presents. I'm like, why didn't you do it during the sales? Are you crazy? People are crazy. I don't get it. But yes, I probably won't unbox this on my channel because I can't be bothered. I will try and do it like for 12 days leading up to Christmas, and it'll be my own kind of thing. But you get the idea. Kind of fun, kind of fun. I guess I could, but no, I'm sure there'll be like a makeup channel who will go through and show what is in it. I'm just gonna do my own thing if you don't mind, because you know, most of my audience are male and don't give a shit about this stuff. So if you're still watching, well done. Okay, as for this is what I got for, I think I had to spend at least $75 online, and then I get this for free, and it's a Beauty Loop Loves box. And apparently this got sent, like given for free to people in the level 3 and 4 of Mecca's Beauty Loop loyalty club. But they were like, oh, for Christmas, if you're in level 1 and 2, you can spend this much online and we'll give it to you anyway. So I don't really know what's in it. I only know one thing that's in it, and the rest I have no idea. And even the thing that I do know about, I don't know. But it says level 1, so maybe they've adjusted it for us lowly level 1s, although I made it to level 2 overnight, so. But yeah, let's have a look. Head care is self-care. Here at Beauty Loop, our raison d'etre, I fucking hate French stuff just mixed in to sound fancy. But yeah, here at Beauty Loop, our raison d'etre is helping you look, feel, and be your best by scouring the world for products we think could change your life. Yeah, okay. Then doing whatever we can to get them in your hands. And when it comes to feel good beauty, we can't go past Archive, which is spelled with a K, so I guess it's a brand. The revolutionary head care range, looking to elevate your wash day to a true self-care moment. Well, I am trying to do the self-care, I just don't know that this is it. We're bringing a touch of well-deserved indulgence to your routine with the Prologue hair primer, which is the one that I knew I was getting, and I didn't even know hair primer was a thing, so I've been really puzzled. So it's a Prologue hair primer, which is a heat-activated, oh, I thought it wasn't going to be, a heat-activated pre-styling spray to protect and prep your hair, featuring a bespoke scent designed to help refresh your mind. And that's just one of the joy-sparking surprises inside. Go forth, explore, and prepare to find your next favorite. With love, Mecca Beauty Loop. Okay, all right. Right, so this is the hair primer, and I guess it's for putting on before styling, but even though it's heat activated, I don't know that it's heat protective, so I'm a bit confused by that. But on the back it has some instructions. So yeah, I guess I will read that and figure out, but like I don't even have that much hair and I don't really style my hair. I guess I will have to learn to style my hair, so we'll see. Bumble and Bumble Seaweed Air Dry Cream. I have no idea what that even is. Styling gel? I don't know. This is why I have to look up these things because I'm fucking clueless. Oh, Olaplex. I know of Olaplex. When I was getting my hair done crazy colors and doing all the bleach, at the most recent salon that I went to, they did do an Olaplex treatment to my hair and also gave me a thing to come home and do, you know, extra stuff to make the bleach not damage me as much. I don't know if this is the same kind of thing. Bond Maintenance Clarifying Shampoo. I don't know what that means. Deep clean softens, restores shine and clarity, all hair types. I've never had any big problems with my hair. I suppose because I never like self-bleached and didn't use supermarket hair dye, so I never really damaged my hair. So this stuff is a mystery to me, but I guess I'll find out. And then the last thing is just like it's a little scrunchie, and I don't have enough hair to be able to use that. So I don't know, I'll give that to someone, I guess, because ooh, but there's more tissue paper inside and it's just red, so I actually can use that. Am I more excited about the tissue paper than the things that were inside the box? So that's all of the makeup stuff that I've been buying, and as you can see, I've kind of gone over the top. But in my defense, actually, no, the setting powders and the setting spray and the cleansing stuff to clean my face, those are actually useful and they have a purpose. The things that are a little bit like, why did you get this? The advent calendar and the eyeshadow palette especially. But you know, I will see how I go with that and just play around, and yeah, I don't know. And you know, that hair care stuff was for free, so no biggie there. So actually, you know, I think I did all right. It's really just the advent calendar and the eyeshadow palette that I'm like, should I have bought those? But yeah, no, fun. I'll see what happens there. And it arrived, yesterday? Saturday. Yesterday? No, what's today? What day is it? I don't even know. No, it arrived this morning, the last little box. Wow, I think I thought it was yesterday because, like, you know, I woke up really early, then it arrived, then I went back to bed, and then I'm awake again in my pajamas. But yeah, confusion. So yeah, arrived this morning and I was like, oh yay, and then I had other packages arrive today which I haven't opened yet, so I'm like, oh yay. And because I was feeling sad this morning, like actually talking to my little brother's carer about, you know, editing Hope's videos and staying up late, I was getting emotional and feeling sad, and maybe that was part of why I couldn't sleep, I don't know, because I just I'm not 100% aware of my emotions and when that's going to hit, so I think it's helped to like have stuff arrive today. And you know, that's another thing. I can't kill myself because I'm still waiting for another package or two. And then by then, God knows, Boxing Day will come along and then I'll have more stuff to buy, potentially. I do actually have some more stuff on various wish lists, so we'll see how long this lasts. I don't know if I'm going to be that wild, but yeah, just things to get me more in the physical world and out of my head, and just trying to find a place in existence. But yeah, also the retail therapy, trying to help my mood, and because I'm doing better. It's been a week and a half since we said goodbye to Hope, but it still does hurt, especially when like there's a reason for it to come up, and I've got to start cleaning up various things and figure out what I'm going to donate to the rescue shelter, and I think that's going to be difficult, making decisions there and saying goodbye to his stuff. So yeah, I'm still very much in that emotional stage, even though I'm doing better overall. I've seen now how my emotions are still present and still affecting me. So yeah, I'm allowed to do this crazy makeup stuff, and it's different. I tend to find myself interested in things that are not part of my nature. For example, in high school, I was the science and maths nerd, but when I took drama, I actually found it quite interesting to find out the theory behind acting and all the things that go into creating a character and how they get themselves into a character, even though I sucked at it and I was too shy back then as well. I think I still would suck at it now though, but and you know, realizing that, you know, my particular mental illness probably makes it harder for me to come up with the emotions to portray them, but I found it really interesting to look at the theory, and I think it's a similar thing with the makeup because it's so alien to me, and now I'm discovering all these things that I had no idea were part of it, and like the chemistry, and just yeah, kind of fascinating. Gives my brain something to do for the moment. Yeah, being drawn to things that are not me. It's strange. I have a very weak sense of self, and you know, the dissociation issues as well though, so that would all play a part, and I think that's just where I'm at now. And I better stop because I have no idea how long this video is once I go and edit it together. Oh my god, terrifying. Anyway, catch you later, and God knows what the next video is going to be and what I'm going to get up to.